Hey, Paul. That quote comes from some words delivered by Saul Williams, and I'll often send people a link to his reciting it at Ken Wilber's place. Like, that was recorded like 14 or 15 years ago or something. But maybe you'd be more alive to hear your brother recite it. So, let's see if I can remember the words. The video, if you listen to it, it starts off with like, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what you're saying. It's like, it's not about art for me, it's about art for we. And then there's some banter between this guy and Saul about who's going to deliver a poem. And Saul's like, well, that inspired me to remember a poem. The guy's like, oh, good, well, you share your poem, and then I'll share mine, and then we can go back and forth. And then Saul kind of gets quiet and begins. And out of the sun's gates come little girls in dresses of fire, wearing pigtails of braided smoke, which stem from their moon-cratered scalps, the glowing seeds of an artly garden that will blossom into full moons regardless of the sun. They know the night and the 7 names of the wind through the tales of the wind-blown fathers. Who will father these mothers of light? And what will become of me, children of the night? Only some will star the sky, only believers in death will die, and fathers must feather the wings of women, for the unfeathered masses dangle ridiculous, carrying crosses to phalanx-filled tombs. The future sails silent through blood-rivered wombs that ripple with riddles of cows and spoons, and births, moons, and earth sun-centered at noon. She buries her eggs in the soil, and plants her feet in the sky. Soil seeds a circus of carrots and clowns, and minstrel shows our desires. And here I stand, court gesturing infinity, fetal-fisted for revolution, but open hands birth humility. Now, what is the density of an egoless planet? Must my spine be aligned to sprout wings? I'm slouched in the slang steps and kangled with gang reps, but my orbit rainbow Saturn's rings. Mystical, elliptical, presto, Polaris, karmic flame, future, and Saturn's and Aries, and now I'm a fish called Father, with gills typed dizzy, blood and liquid lullabies through the spine of time to tranquilize the nervous system's defeat. At the feet of forever, the children are gathered, or rather buried, in that mass gravesite of the night. They are the seeds of light planted in the skies, but then nights and skies are meaningless to their unearthly eyes. They are our children, playing chess on the sunburnt backs of one-eyed turtles, checkmating a lifetime slow crawl to enlightenment, cashing in their crown and glory for magic and contradiction. The children of fiction, born of semen-filled crosses thrust in Calvary's mound, with memories of Manana's millennium, the gravity of the pendulum, the inscription of the Grail, the rumors of war and famine, diseases and storms of hail. All hail the new beginning, behold the winter's end. Bring on the puppets and dragons, let the ceremonies begin. For they have come to shatter time and bring back the dead newborn. An army of me, bearing change in the front lines and shadows in the field mines to wilderness the lights of the city. I have seen them, a tumultuous army of bastards and beggars, madmen and idiots, witches and harlots, dancers and singers, losers and lovers, students and teachers, poets and priests, orbiting the realms of the ordinary through the ordinances of those ordained by the beast. These are our children, love-laden life lanterns, casting shadows that shepherd the flocks, crying wolf when the moon's full, as sirens of love's lull, the offspring of Gibraltar's rocks. Who will deny them when thrice crows the cock? Will it be you, Peter? Decked in daymare's denial, masqueraded in matter, overmined under trial. Self is the servant to serpent with wings. 3 is the beginning of all things. Triangles and rectangle your wings. Let vision blur not your deservings. Pile stones and unearth ancient learnings. See self as the ghost of your servings. If you're serving the Father, there's no son without mother. Parent bodies discover, water bodies and drowned. Wade me in the water till Atlantis is found. On the seashores of self, I'm starfish and unbound. Heard the name of that mound is Stone Mountain. Underwater volcanoes erupt water fountains of youth. Lest this carnal equation cancel out wind and truth. Swirl me beyond sometimes, drench me waterproof. Let eaves drop forever, rain sunsets on my roof. As I sit on the front porch of my sanity, deciphering ham bones to Van Gogh this vanity. Oiled egos, canvassed and framed, to be reborn, unborn, unburied, unnamed. A reflection through a blood-stained glass window of souls gone yellow round the edges, carbonated dreams and blurred daily lives. But let family bring focus. Out of swamps blossom lotus. The muddy water blue daughters of infinity, grant we water-bodied bodhisattvas our serenity, as we rise with the tides towards divinity. And she will be raised by wolves, just below the masonry Dixon line, where eagles noose the misuse of Osiris' sacred papyrus in their claws clenched, with the vultures of the memories and feast upon the remedies of ancient laws lynched, and flock to the treetops of the forethoughts we have forgotten. Yes, silence will be begotten of the wind. The silver eyes of the darkness are their friends. They sometimes plant forever in their dens, on the mountainside of sometimes now now and then in between the rise and set of you and I, may blue visions know the depths of liquid skies, and some ask me if she cries in the night, when it's the substance of her tears that drench the days with light. Shit, you better hope she do, because there are women with fur coats and painted faces, dancing on the peripheries of perfection. They eat Chinese apples that stain their teeth red, they can cackle cosmos out of chaos at a moment's notice, the children on the train, selling chocolate with their mothers in the background, fundraising their dreams from the dead, and the authors of Autumn correspond with catharsis and change the leaves of my needs orange red. I need fruit and vegetables, for only living things can feed the span of wings, and thus she was born to charter my flight into the blues of night. I am the darkness that precedes the light, a pupil of the sea's reflective sight. Notebook in hand, I footnote land and write, plot ... and dot my eyes as bright, and cast my lot amongst the children and the night. So that's Children of the Night by Saul Williams, and by me. And maybe it's for you. So yeah, when I see the number 3, I remember that poem. The whole thing? Yes, the whole thing. No, not every time, but I'm getting there. I hope you can't catch what I have through the screen.